Welcome back, everybody, to our Starfinder campaign here with the DN Dorks in The Void Awaits. As we left off last time, our group of adventurers had just finished their initiation quest to join the Starfinders, having tracked down a bunch of clues to find the murderer of a Starfinder member named Gurik Felwyn, who was murdered right in front of their eyes as soon as they got to the station. Tracking down clues and following up on leads, they eventually found information that linked the tug ship that had recently brought in a large artifact from the Diaspora to the murder. Having their new boss, or overviewer, Kawasagawa, sneak them on board to investigate, they quickly find themselves fighting through against a large number of androids that attacked them on sight, finally taking them out and getting the information they wanted, that they were indeed the ones responsible, at least directly responsible as far as the ones pulling the trigger, for killing Felwyn. After this, they made a quick escape from the tug ship due to radiation flooding it onto a small ship called the Bucket, which they commandeered. Just before the tug ship made a jump away from the station with this treasured artifact. They had been escorted back by the police and brought to Miss Sagawa's office, where they were told to wait. After a bit of a tense conversation with her, she did give them their official Starfinder finder rank of bronze as official members. And that is where we left off. With that, Kala had looked to you, told you to go ahead and head out, and looked over towards Lisa, saying, Lisa, why don't you take this group to the barracks? You know, you said you've been looking for a raise anyhow, and looks like there's an opening for looking after the initiates now that Gorik will not be filling it, so more money for you, right? Oh, thank you, Miss Segal. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I'll bring them over right away. Come with me. As Lisa starts leading you out of Miss Segawa's office.
Yeah, I'll follow her.
You're a little bit... I can't... could you move your mic a little closer to your head?
Sorry, I'll follow her.
All right. Everybody else continuing to follow?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
She starts leading you out of the... darn it. I can't think today. Out of the offices and starts moving down the street. So, looks like I'll actually be the ones overseeing your, first little while here instead of Gurik, so... I'm also new to this part of the job, so let's hope we all don't die.
That would be preferable.
Yes. Well, you are all probably in need of a little bit of rest, so I'm bringing you down to the Bronze Rank Barracks, which is actually right close to our docking base. So if you'll just follow me, we'll be there in a moment. You follow a path that is somewhat familiar to you, as you had gone down to the docks before, and just before you turn off into the docks, she leads you to a large building. Going inside, you see it is actually, there's some sections for, a open dining hall, some community bathrooms, and a large barracks-looking area with a bunch of bunks. A large open barracks area with bunks throughout with a bunch of people in it. But this is our bronze rank accommodations. Any unclaimed bunks will be marked with hollow projectors, showing that they are unclaimed. Just go find a place, claim it, and put your things in the footlocker, and it'll sync to your armband. You can lock it and unlock it as you see fit. Food is this way, and the bathrooms are over here. Actually, first, do you have any more questions for me? For now. I'm sure you do need to rest.
I am ready for a bit of stasis, personally.
Yeah, me too.
All right, then I'm going to start, I guess, moving my things over to the office over here, then, and trying to figure out how to run all of this. I'll be going now.
Okay.
Leaving your own devices in the barracks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the random bunk and sync up my thing.
All right. Go seek out bunk.
Are they like single bunks, or are we talking like bunk
Double.
beds?
Like bunk beds.
Okay. Is there like 5 of them within an area that aren't?
Yeah, you can find a little area where they're all kind of together.
Then that's what I'll do.
And as you start to do that, you actually notice that Lynn actually runs back in real quick, looking frantic, like she completely forgot something. Oh, I forgot to tell you, like I said, I'm not used to doing this part. A lot of our Starfinders, especially newer ones, form teams. You can form a team with whoever you like that agrees to it. A lot of our newer ones do end up sticking with the teams they went through initiation with, but there is no pressure to stick with your initiation team. It just tends to be easier for a lot. So if you do form a team, just send all the information over and we'll get it registered for you. Sorry, but I need to be going. And running back out again. She kind of got thrown under the bus with this new job, since she's mostly a secretary, but apparently is trusted enough to take over this position that is now completely vacant and needs somebody there. At this point, you actually notice that Terry and Cassie have registered themselves at bunks near to you and just completely conked out already. They were just exhausted.
Oh yeah, I figured.
Yeah. I'm going to do the same.
Right, you're just gonna go to
Yeah,
sleep?
no, let's get a long rest in. That sounds good.
All right. Go ahead and, with your rest, start. Refill your stamina points and your resolve points, and regain any HP that you're able to at this point.
I mean,
So.
Sweet, I didn't lose any hit points. And how many hit points do you lose again, or do you gain again on a long rest?
none.
You gain some.
Yeah.
I think it's like, let me double check that.
I thought it was only on like 24 hours of bed rest.
Let me double check it real quick. For now, just go ahead and put in your stuff. All right. So let me just, darn it. It's not wanting to load anything right now. Pull out my actual physical book then. Yeah. You do get a rest though. You wake up after a while. It's the next morning. You have a bit of time to kind of mill around and start looking around. So if you want to kind of look around, start doing stuff while I look this up.
I'll wake up the next morning and kind of look around at everyone. So, are we staying as a crew, or should I start soliciting for other fire teams?
I mean, solicitation does sound fun, but I'm cool with whatever.
Kenny? Thoughts?
Yeah, we should stick together.
I have no particular aversion to this. We already seem to have figured out how to work together somewhat, even if some of you are racist.
At this, Terry just kind of grunts. Well,
Yeah.
I'm already sticking with you anyway. If you're with these guys, guess I'm in.
Very well. Then I suppose the next bit of business would be to find a suitable fire team name.
That is a good question.
I will think on it, and I will sit on the bed and cross my legs, and the eyes just. And it is meditating.
With a full long rest of 8 hours, you can recover 1 HP per character level. And if you do a 24-hour rest, it's 2 HP per character level.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right. Well, my stats were already like full whenever I hopped on. I definitely know I didn't have full HP, but I don't remember what it was. I think it got
Yeah,
changed whenever I leveled up. So
yeah, it should have still been. I don't know why it got changed, but for now, you're not in any immediate harm. In any way of harm. I say you can. I'll go ahead and let you refill it back up for now. Just because I don't remember what all your guys' stats were at either. So.
Yeah, sure. All right. Well, I didn't lose any HP, so I'll probably ask you again. The next time we rest, if I've lost HP, then 'cause
you
I'll
should have
forget.
full
Full
result
everything.
points, though. You currently have 3 out of 4.
I don't know why. Let's put that back up. There we go. Thank you. Maybe work for me.
At this, you actually look over and see rousing right beside you another familiar team.
Gosh darn it! No.
Hey, Jacob, I want to throw out there that I do not have access to my token on this. Like, I can move it, but I can't edit it. I want to throw that out there.
All right, details,
Boop.
character.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't.
Don't know why not. Try refreshing.
All right. Just boop. Nope, still nothing.
I don't know why. I'll go ahead and change it for now, but I'll have to figure that out later.
Okay, I can alter it. I can move it.
So if you click on it, it's not.
It's not letting me open my character sheet either. Let me check
Oh.
something.
No. So Bryant, you have to.
Oh, my keyboard's not working.
You have to hit like plus whatever it is. You can't just.
Yeah, no,
use
my
number.
my keyboard's not working.
Oh well, that sounds like.
That's something. Is it?
Shoot, like at all.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
I may have to restart my PC, guys.
All right. Well, for now, like I said, we'll
Yeah,
just.
I'm meditating for a little bit on a group name, so I'll be back as soon as I can. And this is EO meditating is what's happening.
All right then. We'll move on from there then. Said so. You other two, while he's kind of meditating, the other two, Kenny. I mean, not Kenny. Terry and Cassie have already kind of got up and left for a little while, and seems like you're not sure quite where they went, but it seems like they're off doing their own little thing for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, because you're not in any immediate danger, they might be going to the bathrooms, getting food, who knows.
Right.
But you imagine, especially since EO has a connection to Terry, you'll probably see them again soon. So, there you are. You notice rousing beside you a very familiar team, a team that started about the same time as you. Seeing a human, a halfling, a Sheeran, and a half-elf individual kind of sparsely put out in the bunks, kind of right beside you. Looking up, the human actually looks over towards you. Oh, Looks like you guys finally made it through.
How nice to see you again.
Well, I guess, you should be proud of making it through, even if not as fast. Not everybody can quite, keep up with us, but you should at least be proud of making it through.
Do you guys have a spaceship yet?
As he says this, you actually notice a halfling hand come down from right above him on the bunk above him and gib slap him right across the top of the head. As the halfling male looks down at him and says, "Dude, stop being such a jerk," and looks over at you. You know that drug bust that he told you about last time that we saw each other?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we didn't really track anybody down or do a drug bust. We teamed up with the police and watched the back door while they busted a drug den that they had been staking out for months. We caught a dude, but we were just watching a back door. So this guy gets a little bit proud sometimes.
Oh.
As the human kind of looks back up and gives him a dirty look.
Wait. So then you guys would be Team Backdoor, right? That's your.
So, sorry about this. I'll go ahead and introduce myself. I am Darren. So, and this very overly proud, piece of crap is Hathen. So,
Hathen?
Hathen. Hathen. And as you can see that, it looks like Hathen is kitted up very similarly to how you would expect Terry to be kitted up. Very soldier-esque, military-esque in his kit.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, my name is Jumpstart. And this is Thrio and Kenny.
He's going to look over at the other two who are still rousing. That star, well, sort of, as he points, like I said, towards the Sheeran. And that's Vana, as he points towards a very kind of rough-looking, like, very attractive, but at the same time, doesn't seem to care about her appearance. Has, like, some loose overalls on, some grease smeared on her face. Her dirty blonde hair is kind of tangled a little bit. Has a tool belt on. Just very stereotypical mechanic. Yeah. As you actually see the Sheeran sitting up and a voice in your head. "Hello, I am..." And you, rather than getting a name, you get an image of somebody who just is kind of exploring through the universe and going from star to star. And that's, you assume that's where, somebody trying to find their place throughout the stars, and that's where you assume they get the name Star Wanderer.
Okay.
So rather than like a full-on name, it's a psychic image almost as their identity. But in vocal terms, his team seems to call him Star. And he's actually piddling with something that you would recognize.
Okay.
And with that, you realize he might be a technomancer as well. He's piddling with what is sort of almost the equivalent of like a hologram Rubik's Cube, except as you twist it and spin it, it has all these designs and just very fluctuating in shape and all the symbols all over it.
Mm-hmm.
And as he completes one segment of it, it completely reconfigures into a new design. And it's meant, it's meant as a tool to help technomancers kind of read electronic and computer components and to learn to manipulate them. And with the way he's working through it, you can tell he's decently skilled. It's not really he's training, but he just kind of does it offhand as something to keep himself occupied. As it shifts shape from a bunch of circles with weird symbols to triangles with different lines connecting them as he finishes one segment and continues to move on very quickly.
That's pretty neat.
What did you say your name was again? As you hear in your head?
Jumpstart.
Jumpstart.
Can I? Am I
And-
Can I communicate back at them through my head, or
You can, or you can speak out loud.
All right, then I'm just communicating non-verbally with them.
Kenny, you still here?
Yep.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah. Keep crash. Like, everyone keeps freezing. Sorry.
All right. At that, the elf that was introduced as Vana is actually just gonna get up. Well, I'm out of here. I'm getting me some grub, and just starts walking off, hands shoved in her pockets. Well, we should probably go with her. Darren says, and just we'll talk to you guys later as he walks off.
Yeah, you guys have a good one.
See ya.
And then we have Hathon, who just kind of shoots a dirty look back to you guys. And I'm wondering where the heck Bryant's at right now.
All right. So, other than them, do I see anybody interesting in
Not
the barracks?
particularly. You just got random people roaming around. A lot of them are leaving out for the day. Nothing much going on. You can go get food. You can go explore the city. It's up to you. You almost back on? Right. So if you need to, just pull out your laptop. Yeah. All right. Bryant is continuing to have problems, so we'll just keep rolling with you two guys.
All right.
What would the two of you like to do for now?
If Kenny wants to go and do anything, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm going to go shopping.
Shopping. All right. You gonna grab food before you head out, or are you just gonna? Because food is freely provided for you here.
Yeah, I'll probably stop by and grab something to eat.
It's pretty basic. Like, think box powdered eggs, and like oatmeal.
Yeah,
Type
not
of
having
food.
any of those eggs, but I will grab some oatmeal.
Like, this is large scale, like barracks type food. It's not the nice stuff.
Okay, so when we're talking like, or you said powdered eggs, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, Pfft, absolutely not. Not touching. Not even going like anywhere near those.
Yeah. No, I don't like them either. But maybe like, prepackaged bagels,
Yeah, pfft.
something like that.
So this is like hotel food, like
Yeah.
cheap hotel food.
Kind of.
All right,
They provide you food, and it is enough to survive on and give you nutrients. Aside from that, it's not much.
All right, I'm grabbing oatmeal, and then if there's like any vegetables, I'm gonna get me some vegetables or fruit.
So, no fruit aside unless you count like dried fruits.
Sure.
But yeah, it like I said, it's pretty basic lineup. So, as you start venturing out to go shopping, which you had actually already visited a weapon shop before that so you know of at least one shop around. And if you'd like to go anywhere else, keep in mind your ship is also still in Docking Bay X,
Right.
so you don't know. You might have to go talk to somebody about getting that back sometime in the future if you can re-procure it. Which you also may have to talk to somebody from the Starfinders to, assist you in that.
Right. So yeah. After I'm assuming Kenny, you're coming with, or are you chilling off by yourself?
Yeah, I'm coming with you.
All right. So I'm gonna get some food, and after that,
So it's a Yosoki only adventure.
yeah, gonna rob some people. It'll be fun. Yeah.
I feel like it's not gonna help with your teammates being racist to you when you're living up to the stereotypes.
Yeah. So do I have any idea of who I'd need to talk to?
Right now, your closest easy contact would be Lynn, because
Alright.
she's directly in charge of you as newbies, like trying to guide you through.
And
All
she's
right,
in the
what
building,
did I
with us,
miss?
right?
Yeah, she has an
Oh.
office building here now. All right, so they just got some food, and they're about to head out and do some shopping and possibly talk to somebody about the ship.
Cool. I'm gonna power back on and go. I have got it. The name should be.
And we're just not there.
As you see
Where
them
is
actually
everyone
walking by through the hallway, away from the mess hall towards the door.
I will get up, throw my rifle on my back, and catch up to them. Hello. I have thought of a name.
Okay. What is it?
Well, we are all very different individuals from very different backgrounds. All now together, learning to function as one unit. If we can figure it out, we may be very deadly. Therefore, I suggest a name from ancient, this world's version of Greek mythology. Chimera.
Say what?
Chimera. It is a mythological creature that is an amalgamation of usually a lion, a snake, a ram, and a dragon in one body. All with individual minds.
Weird.
And deadly.
I'm down. That sounds pretty neat.
Sounds good.
Very well. Where are we going?
And it would be ancient Galarian legend.
Galarian?
Galarian.
Okay.
Yeah, like the
Got it.
world that's
Okay, cool,
Starfinder
cool.
that's now gone and has Absalom Station in its place.
Ah, yes. Ancient Galarian legend.
We are going to Lisa's office. One,
Ah,
I guess we can
register-
fill out paperwork now.
Cool.
Great, so much fun. And two, to find out how to get our ship out of
Lock up.
out of lockup and into
Terry volunteers to do the paperwork. He
Terry's
did
not here.
speak up. Therefore, he can fill out the paperwork.
Terry's not here.
Oh.
Him and Cassie both, when you had woke up,
Mhm.
had already kind of gone off to possibly
Oh,
eat
okay.
and do their own thing. Maybe they're doing shopping. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I was just going to have them stuck doing paperwork, which is why they're not with us.
No, they've already kind of got up. By the
Okay,
time you
okay,
guys got up,
okay.
they had got up and went off to do their own thing. You
Mhm.
know, you're his friends. He can get in contact with you when he wants to come
Yeah.
back and talk to you guys, but he's not
Not a
there
big
right
deal.
now.
Very well. Let us fill out paperwork. My favorite.
And you go down to the end of the hall where you see an office which actually has the name tag Gurik Felwyn on it.
This belonged to the dead dwarf.
that. Yeah, it sure
Well,
did.
You did hear that she was taking over his position.
But
Didn't
remember
realize he was
how
also taking over the office.
remember
his
how
name
we
on.
aren't gonna mention the dead dwarf.
Yes.
It's not a thing.
I
we're
do
gonna
remember.
Yeah.
Remember?
By the way, each of us get 30 credits out of that 150 credits we found while on board the ship.
All right.
Yeah. Right.
So you get to the door. You knock in. You just open it up. What's going on?
Knocking and
Talking sounds good.
yeah.
As you knock on the door, you hear, just a moment. As you hear kind of rustling and tripping and just like right on the ground, and then you hear the door slowly creak open, and you look in to see Lisa, who is frazzled, has her hair kind of all pushed up and like has a pencil pushed through it, holding it back. She doesn't look like she's slept. She has like bags under her eyes, and you can see a bunch of like boxes of stuff. Looks like she's moved in, and looks like she's been going through all of the different storage tablets and trying to learn how to do this job overnight, all night, and has not slept, or possibly crashed, and you just woke her up.
Sorry to bother you.
Oh no, it's it is my job. Even, oh, this is. I think I can get this. I think I can get this.
We came by for paperwork.
Oh, paperwork. I haven't had enough of that yet.
Oh yeah.
Let's. Yeah, sure.
Don't
no,
worry, working for
it'll-
such a militant organization comes with plenty.
I mean, we're not necessarily specifically militant. We're primarily exploratory with some
Oh, my
militant
correction.
branches.
Working for such a bureaucratic institution comes with plenty of it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You said something about a like a group a team name.
So, did you guys decide to group up together, the three of you?
Yes. That's
As
something
well as did Terry and
they
I know
left before
Terry
we
is
talked
staying.
about it.
Terry is staying. He said he would stay.
All right, for now, I'll just sign you three, and then once they come in and put their own signatures on, I'll add them to the roster as well.
Very well. Because you did say that Terry said he'd just stick around with me.
Yeah.
Very well.
Right. Just as she starts like flipping through different like her computer and like trying to look at different data pads and just like, give me just a moment. Okay. Taps one data pad to the screen and sits it out. Just fill in your group name, who's involved. Each of you need to sign it, and if you want to add any details of what your speciality as a group will be. If you know that. You don't have to fill it out yet if you don't know, but it's good to have on file.
I do not believe that we have had sufficient experience to have a specialty as of this point.
Oh, we have a specialty.
Theft is not a specialty.
Sure is.
I am not putting theft as my specialty.
Why
I
don't you
don't
just leave that section blank for now, and we'll come back to it later.
How about android slaying?
I just
Yeah, that's a little-
turned my head.
What? we
How
just-
about exterminators?
I like that.
There seems to be a mouse problem around here.
What? We'll just leave it blank for now, and just kind of like pushes like a digital pen out towards you guys to use to sign stuff, fill stuff out.
Yeah, I'll sign it.
Yep,
The
sounds
rest of
good.
you signing as well. All right. As she does that, you actually start hearing a phone ringing in the office somewhere. She's like, "Oh, just give me a moment," and she runs back and picks it up. "Oh, hello? No. Yes, this is Lynn Ara. Yes. I'm filling in for where Gurik used to be. Oh, the android. Yes, I'll send him right over to talk to you." As she puts down the phone and actually looks up to Io. Io, you've been your presence has been requested.
Where?
At the Android Political Hub and Reclamation Center?
No, thank you.
Are
Fine,
you
I will go.
all right then. Apparently it has something to do with the androids that were reclaimed after your mission.
They did get sent there, correct?
Yes, yes.
Very well.
Technically,
As long
we
as they are
only
not
sent
reclaiming me today.
one of them there.
Well, there was also the ones that were killed in the docks.
Oh, right. Never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Very well. Please do not forget to ask her about getting our ship back.
That was the next point of business.
Also, the name has not been changed on this office. Goodbye. And I will turn and walk out of the office.
All right, then she just kind of gets a look like, this is going to be a lot more difficult than I was hoping. And kind of looks back over to the two Yosoki still standing there. And what was that about a ship? No, the ship that you came back on.
Yeah, our ship, it's locked up in dock X-15, I believe.
All right, why don't you give me a little while? A couple of hours. I'll give Miss Sagawa a call if I can and see if she can get something worked out. I'll come back here in a couple hours and I'll see what I can have done.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you much.
And with that, she is gonna like, okay, if you would excuse me, I actually do have plenty of work. Thank you for stopping by. And actually, as you walk out, she steps out, taps the name screen. A little pad pops down, and she retypes the name in.
I'll actually wait for them out in the hallway after walking away and then being like, oh wait, we're a team. I should ask them if they want to come with. Would you all like to come with me to the... Oh, you guys are racist. I should not.
At the same time, while biologicals aren't like locked out of this place, it sort of tends to be a hub for, even though it's technically like an embassy, it also acts as like a social gathering space for androids to kind of get away from biologicals a little bit and kind of relax as well.
Very well. Okay, so it's an android-only club, is what you're saying.
So it's a little racist, huh?
It's a little.
Yeah, I see how.
Biologicals are not completely barred from entering, but I mean, generally it's just sort of.
I didn't want to go.
So if
hang
the
out with robots
KKK
anyways.
had a clubhouse, but they were made up entirely of androids.
Well, like I said, biologicals are not completely barred.
Very well.
They could come in, but I mean,
No, knowing that it's already frowned upon and they're racist, I would have just kept walking.
Don't know how we're racist, but okay, whatever.
Well, one
I
of you
guess I'm
did
going
want to
shopping.
put on there, that your specialty was android
was
slaying.
not me.
I was only saying that because we fought a lot of androids. We've been jumped by a lot of androids. It's self-defense.
all right. So in that case, are you guys splitting up and going your separate ways for now?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going shopping.
All right. We'll get to the shopping here in a moment. First, we're going to follow after EO as he starts heading down towards the Embassy and Reclamation Center, which are actually in the same building.
Yep. So is this structure located in like a downtown area?
Kind of on the edge of the downtown area, like the main.
So you could say I'm making my way downtown.
Yeah.
Making my way.
The question is, are you walking fast?
A little bit. I got that, moving with a purpose stride.
All right. As you make your way there, it takes you. You're kind of a little bit away from the main central hub area. You're close to the dock, some of the docking areas. It takes you about 30 minutes, with the train ride to get over there, and a few more minutes to walk across. Where you do see the Android Embassy and Reclamation Center. So, and
She didn't tell me who summoned me. I don't know who I'm there to see.
you don't.
I should have asked. Oh well, I'm sure there's a front desk or something.
All right. You gonna head in?
Yeah.
Right. As you head in, you actually notice there is a reception desk, but it's also sort of an open social area and, kind of like basically the equivalent of like pool tables and couches. Like this is a very relaxed environment that's also doubles as just a place for androids to relax.
So someone coming in loaded for bear is a little unusual.
Maybe a little bit, but you're also
whatever.
androids. They're not going to question you too much.
Yeah. I will stride purposefully up to the desk and say, "Hello, I am Generation 3, Mark 0. I was summoned."
Right. The android's sitting there, a mohawk of purple hair that kind of flops over to one side, and gray skin with the standard lines underneath it. Kind of looks up. Oh, you're the Starfinder initiate, aren't you?
Yes. Not an initiate anymore. I am now bronze rank.
Copper rank.
Copper, sorry. Oops. Whichever one the lowest one is.
Yeah. Right. As they stand up, you hear him kind of walk to a door right behind them and say, "Mara, he's here." As you see walking out, what appears at first glance to be a elderly human woman with sort of dark olive skin, what you'd think in this world is like almost of Mediterranean descent, start walking up towards you. And at first you're taken aback that there's this human woman in the back that requested you. Then you catch a glimpse of her eyes. And you notice that she is one of the revered leaders, well, not official leaders, but waybearers and political figures of the android kind, which were a limited production line known as caretaker bots or nanny bots in their original production line that were extremely highly sought after by the originally and had the most advanced empathy software, essentially, since they were there to raise the children of the elite. while their parents are off doing rich people stuff.
So they generally have like a specific title or something?
Yes. Being that they are the ones that sort of led the political discussions to have you be seen as a full acknowledged race, they are referred to as either mother or father. There are very few that are referred to as father, being that they were supposed to be nanny bots. Most of them were built very female-esque.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But not mommy and daddy?
yeah. It's a respectful title of
Yeah,
mother.
yeah.
Almost like you would call, like, a priest would be called father in a very respectful way type of thing.
Okay. Greetings, mother. Was it you who summoned me?
Yes, it actually was, child.
For what purpose?
Well, there's something interesting going on with some of the androids that you were forced to deal with.
Yes, they were very violent.
Well, would you mind following me for a moment?
It's very well.
As she leads you back into the reclamation center, and you see the androids that you had taken out in the process of being dismantled and reclaimed. And she just kind of points down for you. Would you mind taking a look at some of this stuff for me?
Very well. What am I looking for?
Look at the core processor components.
Sure, I'll take a look at the core processor components.
Right, give me a engineering check.
Oh, yay, I'm actually good at those. Time to roll a natural one. 12.
It's not the best roll ever, but it's kind of being
No,
pointed
no.
out to you a little bit.
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
And you look down, and you can't quite put your finger on it, but there's something almost attached, soldered to the core processing unit.
Where does this core processing unit sit? Within the cranium?
Kind of like, think brainstem.
Got it. How odd.
We noticed these. We're not entirely sure what they are, but being that you were actually, let's say, involved with a very specific group of modification and progress, we thought you might have a little bit of insight on this, especially after facing them.
Is the captain bot that we subdued and then he self-destructed around the one that we physically carried back?
He is one of them here.
I'm going to point over at him and say, does he have the same modification?
He does.
After being subdued, he fried. As sort of a self-destruct, if I had to guess, it would be something to do with this trigger here. And I'm just going to point at the device.
Yes.
Perhaps with further study, I could be more of assistance.
I don't know. It almost seems our professionals think it's some sort of, I don't know, it seems odd, but receiver.
There have been some very interesting signals that were broadcast shortly before. Give me a moment, and I am going to pull out my my Omni tool there, and I'm going to say, do you have a data pad with speakers?
I have something over here. Just a moment. And she's gonna lead you over and actually point you towards one of the reclaimers' computers.
May I borrow this?
Go right ahead.
Are they like on gurneys that can be wheeled?
No, it's in stationary in the corner.
No, I meant the bodies.
Oh yes.
I'm going to wheel the body over next to the computer. I'm going to hook my Omni tool into it, and I am going to use it to like very short range broadcast that signal that I picked up. And I would like to observe the effects on the trigger.
Give me a computer's check.
Yeah. 19, way better.
Right. As you start sending out these signals, it's like there's no response, but as you start kind of probing these with some of your tools, it seems like they are receiving signals, and trying to push out signals into the body, but it seems like the core processor is actually fried on these units, which I should find is very difficult to do.
Yeah, no, for real. Can I pull the signals that are being put out versus the ones, because I already have the signals that are being put in. Could I record the signals being put out and analyze those combined with my innate knowledge of, my professional knowledge of how those specific sort of modifications and
All right, try to reword that for me real quick.
Okay, so you said there's a signal coming into the trigger or into the receiver.
Yeah.
Then there's a separate signal that is pushing out into the body.
Well, it's less of like a frequency. It's hardwired in. It's more electrical signals.
Okay. What I would like to do is kind of record the electrical impulses for a short time, their amperages and everything. And given what my proficient skill is, the grafting of non-biological parts into a biological body or biomods as well, could I try and work out a general idea of what these might be for? Is it like physical, or is it going to be affecting the actual processor itself is kind of what I'm getting at, based off of the amperages and how much amperages need to carry over a certain distance in the body?
You can go ahead and certainly try.
Oh, I'm going to try. I know it's a stupid high DC, but it's also worth a shot. I might get a nat 20. Who knows? And that is profession?
Yeah. Well, actually, no.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'll roll with that.
Okay, 26.
Yeah. He said, you confirm that it was before a command signal, and it looks like it's used possibly to infer different levels of control. It would seem that at lower levels of the control, they have more free will and can act more naturally. But at higher levels, they have like I said, have higher control over them, but they're not as flexible. But
Okay,
they
so
are
this is
controlling them.
like on lower levels, it's more of a subtle thought manipulation.
Subconscious triggering.
At high levels, you're actually taking over the body, and they're a lot more stiff and rigid and difficult, more like marionettes. Okay, cool.
It has a range of subconscious manipulation to full-on puppeteering.
Oh yeah, I'm like borrowing random tools and like that I need and using them to get my readings and calculating with this hand, and after a little while, I'll just set it down.
This is the most you can figure out.
Yeah.
Because this technical item that's grafted on and essentially seems to have destroyed these core units.
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen anything like it before.
No, I'm just describing how I got to this point.
Yeah. I'm just saying though, but this is completely, excuse my pun, but alien to you. Like it's you are very familiar with different sort of modifications.
Yeah, but this is a completely different type of tech that I've never.
This is tech that you've never even heard of before.
Yeah, and after a few moments of doing that and doing all sorts of readings and tests and everything, I'll set everything down and say, "This is a controller module. It receives signals that are broadcast over the air, and then interprets those into a separate set of signals that is then sent into the body. Varying levels of control are available. At low levels, it is a sort of subconscious thought manipulation. At high levels, it is full body control. Apparently, there is also a kill switch command. At least is evidenced by the melting that we see here.
And as you look on the ones that didn't even use the kill switch, that were killed outright, even those aren't able to be reclaimed. They're so changed by the modification and just basically been soldered into and jacked into. They're unusable as for reuse as well.
Since these are unsuitable for reuse, this ones that are not fried, may I keep one for further study?
Well, for now, if you wish to do further study, why don't you just come back here and take a look and
Very well.
see what information you have.
Very well.
But well, thank you for your insight. Kind of matches up with what we've been seeing as well. We just also wanted to hear your input, having had directly dealt with these individuals.
Very well. Is there anything further, Mother?
Nothing at this moment, but if you need anything else, be sure to stop by. Or try to be here for you.
Thank you very much. Praise Triune. Have a nice day.
And you would actually know, on top of that, the leader of the project and that basically birthed you was also one of these individuals, one of these few individuals, which was referred to as a mother by your sort. So
Cool. Sweet. I will walk out, and I don't know. I'm just gonna go look for the others and see if
with
we can find
that, we will cut to the Yosoki shopping trip.
them. Hey.
Woot woot.
So you go into the store you've already been to. You're looking for a different kind of store for different types of equipment.
Shoot. I just realized that, Okay, it's a good question. I don't know. I'm just, like, kind of, wasting time, necessarily. Not really anything I'm looking for, but...
Kind of window shopping.
Yeah, if anything catches my eye, I'll pop in and look around.
Are there any specific types of things you're looking for so that you would want to get, so I have an idea of what to possibly suggest, like say you might see?
I don't know, like tech stuff, I guess. Magical items. I know that's not necessarily a thing in this, but
well, they are just super expensive. For tech items, you actually do find one of the techno puzzles for like 2 credits.
oh, like the dude was doing the
Yeah.
fancy for 2 credits. Heck yeah, I'll pick it up.
Did I get one of those, or did we just see one of those?
Oh, you were gone. The one of the dudes from one of the other Starfinder teams was.
Oh, okay. I thought we had come across one before, though.
All right. No, I don't think
Okay,
so.
maybe not. I could be totally wrong.
Think of a mixture between like a holographic Rubik's Cube, the Happy Fun Ball puzzle from Critical Role, except without a world hidden within it, and the ball puzzle from Treasure Planet. Like spins, it's like made out of holographs. It spins, twists around, has different input places, and starts changing shapes and geometry as you work through it. I explained to him, it's basically made for Magic Tech users to kind of keep themselves sharp and in tune with technology, essentially.
Is there like a place to put things? Like how in the 5e we have like the whole box where you can put in like the stuff you
Like a
have.
bag of holding type thing?
Well, no, like the stuff where I can keep track of the stuff that I have on my person. Because there doesn't seem to be, or would that be an equipment?
You would probably put it in equipment. Unless you wanted to like go and put it in like some notes somewhere if you have a notes tab. Do you even have a notes tab on this? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's a techno puzzle is basically what it is called. You looking for anything else, particularly important, or is that about it?
I mean, I think that's about it for me. Kenny, are you looking for anything?
Really, I'm just mostly was tagging along to keep an eye out for any more surprise attacks.
If you want, you can also possibly buy ammunition or recharge batteries.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that there is ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah, if you have any batteries that you've emptied out or anything, you can recharge those.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. Let's see about picking up some batteries. I've only got 34 credits, so I'm not sure what all that's gonna buy.
Well, if you have batteries that have already been used up, you don't discard them. You can refill them for half the price of a new battery.
Oh.
Yeah, you can recharge them for half the price of a new battery.
Okay. Alright, yeah. I'm good for now.
Yeah, I was thinking I was gonna stop by like a gun shop and sell off the weapons we had, but they're all on the ship, so
They are all on the ship.
Yep.
no bag of holding in this one yet. So, yeah, I think that's all I'm. Do we have like a rough idea of how long it was gonna take him at, or how long have we been out shopping?
Maybe an hour or two at this point. You know, between EU took about half an hour to travel there. Was there for a while doing research on the object, and came back, and you've mostly just kind of been window shopping in that meantime. So, which where you said you were looking for them, where are you going to look for them?
Well, they had mentioned shopping, I believe, so I was gonna go down to the shopping district, where we bought ammo and stuff before.
Give me a perception check.
All right, see how that goes.
So, are there like bounty boards or anything in the city, or is it all through like the
Natural 20 for a total of 25.
Despite the fact that there are two small Yosoki shunting through a crowd, you immediately spot them as soon as you walk into the shopping district.
Cool, I'll just walk up to him. Hello.
And if you're looking for any bounties or jobs, that would be for you. That would be through the Starfinders.
Okay, it's not like just random bounty boards places. It's all through like the Starfinders Guild.
I mean, there is other stuff not sent through them, but usually that's more questionable stuff. They're, for most people that are above board, they're the easiest and best place to go to.
Cool.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna try and sneak up on him a little bit here. But if I actually manage it, it would be a thing if I didn't mean to sneak up on them.
Then that would be passive stealth.
Okay, well, my passive stealth is what? Never mind. I was gonna say, like, Bryant, want it to be a thing of, he moves stealthy and tries to sneak up on them, but he didn't intend to, but whatever. No worry about it. Yeah, no, he just, hello.
Oh,
Yo's back.
how's it going?
It is going.
Find out anything interesting at the reclamation center?
They seem to be under the control of something. The ones that we killed. They had a control module that was receiving the signals that we had discovered earlier and converting them to command codes for the body.
Okay. It's pretty interesting, I guess.
Very.
So, like, mind control type stuff, or?
Pretty much.
Another thing that would stand out to you about this is this would also require lost knowledge about core components as well.
Oh yeah, I am aware. You made that very clear with your whole. You don't know how they fried them, but they did.
Yeah, the only way they could even manage to try to something like this is have very detailed knowledge that nobody seems to have these days.
So, would I know? Is there a way to, I don't know, get like a signal jammer?
It should not be that hard, considering that we have the frequencies already. We would simply need to make frequencies with opposite wavelengths that would therefore cancel each other out.
You would think so, but it does seem to shift.
Then we must create an algorithm that studies the shift in order to establish a pattern. Then we may create an anti-pattern that cancels it. It is significantly more difficult, depending on how large their pattern is.
And you only have a small sample, so.
There's some pretty fire tracks made with samples.
Yeah. Well, dropping a beat and dropping a whole program. Yeah, dropping a whole program to counteract a shifting signal is two different things.
So you're saying that dropping a beat and stopping a beat are two different things?
No, what I'm hearing is this isn't some dude named Bob in his mom's basement doing this.
It is at least 3 gentlemen named Bob, Larry, and Moe in their mother's basements doing this.
If these dudes were in their mother's basements with this kind of technology, they could basically become evil overlords or just like,
I said at
change
least.
the world.
Yeah, no, I said at least, but Minnie.
All right. So you said it's been a couple of hours.
Yeah.
3-0, you need anything?
No, I do not have the money for anything interesting anyway.
All right. Then back to Lisa's office, I guess.
Very well.
And as we start heading back there, we will actually take a small break. After a little break here, we're ready to keep going. Everybody just, went out and did their little bit of shopping, and EO went and did a little bit of investigating on the androids that they had previously fought. And now we're heading back to the barracks. So we're going to pick back up and see what they have to do here. You guys approaching the barracks.
Sweet. Let's march inside.
To Lisa's office.
Yeah, hers.
Or Gurik's, whichever one.
No, she changed it, remember?
Oh,
Yeah, she did change the name on it.
right.
I gotta redo my description of her from receptionist to boss. Hold on.
Well, she's not necessarily like she's kind of your overseer. She just kind of,
Boss got it done.
yeah.
Assistant to the regional boss herd.
Yeah, basically she's
calling
there
her
to
Dwight.
assist the newbies in finding their way around being new Starfinders.
Well, cool. Let's go square the hatch.
All right, knocking on the door?
Yep.
That's what I said.
Does she have like a doorbell or anything? Or is it just like a...
No,
No, okay.
just you can knock on it though. Up, yes, come in.
And we're back.
As you look at her, she still looks a little bit frazzled, but it looks like she's kind of got her room set a little bit better and is less of a mess and kind of got things together just a little bit more. As she said, you're back about the ship, correct?
Yes.
Right. I was able to get a message to Sagawa, and she sent me this as she hands you a little, like a little data pad.
Open
It
it.
Sure.
is
Take it and look
a
at it.
request to let you retrieve the bucket from Holding. Signed by her. If you try to present this, we'll hope it goes well.
If it does not, can we forcibly retake the ship?
That would be very illegal.
Understood. I'm still trying to figure out the scope of our new privileges.
Would it be illegal if the ship disappeared?
Just don't do anything. Just because you're Starfinders doesn't mean you're not still under the law.
Okay. Well, then let's hope this works.
This is why we ask before we act. Sometimes. Very, very quietly.
And
Sometimes.
she just gets this another look on her face, and she thought she was happy about this raise. Now she's starting to question it.
Oh, I'm sure we're not the worst group she has to deal with either. That's the funny part.
Well, at the same time, she's really only helping newbies, and right now there's 2 newbie teams.
Like I said, I'm sure we're not the worst newbie team she
Hey,
has to
from
deal
what
with.
we know of Hafen, there's no way our entire team must be better than dealing with him. So
That's correct. Sweet. Oh, point of note. Is there a job board available?
Yes, just beside the entrance to the mess hall, there's a job registration area.
Very well. Thank you.
And just outside of the mess hall, again, it's just there's a room right to the right of it. There's a room with a large listing board on one wall and a bunch of small computers.
investigate the listing board.
That's right. I won't start reading away.
All right, reading at bronze rank. I mean, not bronze, copper. Darn it! See what you did to me, Bryant.
I got us promoted, guys.
You're not copper rank. Starfinders list. You actually do see a handful of listings. The first is a real space travel ship escort for a cargo ship. Second is
Question: where does that go?
it goes to Verices.
Mm-hmm.
And what does it pay?
It's a good point.
Okay, it pays. It's going to take a while. It'll probably take a couple weeks to get there and back. Ranging, depending on how well you do, it's over 2,000 credits.
Like that's base pay. Like they get there more or less in one piece, and we return. We get that money minimum.
Yeah,
I like this. Okay, what's the
but
next
it's
one?
also a few week job.
I'm aware. Just taking notes. Just taking notes.
Yeah.
I want to know if that's like mid range or if that's like baseline floor level. They got there mostly in one piece.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's probably what you're going to be expecting to get. But
Okay,
if you do like something like really above and beyond, they may give you like a bonus or something.
That is a escort job. All right.
And-
who's next?
Another one that you find is looks like some of the higher ups in the city are having a party tomorrow night, and they are needing private security.
Ooh, I have experience.
This is, I think it's 300 credits per person for a 2-night event.
And that's total for both nights, not 300 per person per night.
That's for both nights, yeah.
Oh, okay. So 150 per person per night.
Yeah.
With the expectation you show up both nights.
Yes. And
Honestly, that's only 100 gold or 100 credits less per person than the 2-week escort.
yeah, but in this one, you're working for like the high end.
Oh,
people
yeah,
of the city,
yeah.
like-
And it's
No, I am discussing, as we are reading the board, I am discussing with Jumpstart and Kinney the various upsides and downsides to each and doing math because
right,
I'm
but,
Robit with good math.
it's not guaranteed that it'll be exactly 2 weeks, right?
No,
It
it
just
could be
happens,
longer.
Could take longer. You know,
if there's complications, it could take longer. It could take less time. It just depends.
Unlikely, but could happen.
Yeah, very unlikely that takes less time. So it could end up taking longer than 2 weeks. That's just a guesstimation on your part, not how it's listed on the board.
right?
Oh,
Because you're not sure how long it takes to get there.
Right.
Because
right.
I haven't looked up the exact space travel between those 2 points yet.
Got it. Rough guesstimation on Brainiacs. Got it.
Yeah.
Anything else on the board for us?
As of right now, that's what you got. Doesn't
Very
seem to be a lot. It looks like if you want to get the good stuff, you got to
You
be
gotta
like
rank
no, you have to be the first ones up and at the board. Everybody else, when you got up, was already heading towards the board. You're heading in late in the day.
Very
okay,
well.
so this is like it refreshes, like, you know.
Daily.
At least, generally refreshes as stuff comes in, but most of the stuff is kind of processed and put out in the mornings.
Okay, so it's like they update the board at
Yeah.
X times. It's not good one might show up in the afternoon. You're not there.
Yeah,
when it shows up.
generally it's updated in the mornings, unless there's like a high priority that might get sent up.
Yeah, but what's the likelihood that there's going to be a copper rank high priority?
Very unlikely.
Very well. Between our two options, the most time to money ratio would appear to be the private security gig.
And I'm assuming the private security is on Absalon Station, right?
Yes, it is on
Okay.
Absalom Station.
Given our wide variety of different specialties, we could also fill various key roles.
Although on the listing, it is a, like I said, high-end party. This is suit and tie. Like, you're going to be wearing fancy clothes to...
I
Be the
will
security.
purchase a tie. Well, we'll see.
They'll probably... It does list they will have uniforms for you to wear, but you're going to have to, like, dress up. And
Yeah,
your
so
weapons will have to be low profile, like handguns or knives.
reading through the description, is it private security to and from the event, private security at the event,
At the event.
Okay, at the
You
event.
are going to be watching the event. You're going to be having the guy that has the list out front, letting people in. You're going to be checking for weapons and
Okay, so it's reasonable, possibly, to assume that there may be need for an Overwatch position.
Is it an indoor event or?
Yes.
It depends on how vaulted these ceilings are. You may still want an Overwatch position.
Well, you'd have to try to convince them of that because
Well, yes.
that's not what they're offering.
No, I am going to put forward, if we end up taking this job offer, that I do have a very specific set of skills that may be useful to them to utilize in such a manner if they so choose. It is one of the many...
Perks of hiring us.
Sure, I was going to say services I offer. I'll service them real good, okay? So just...
You'll have to take the job and then get in contact with them
Yeah.
to, get more information, get your
yeah,
stats and
no,
stuff.
I'm just going to turn to the others and that would be our greatest cost to... or money to time ratio. Thoughts?
That sounds good to me. I mean,
Easy money.
not sure that the bucket is going to make it on a 2-week journey.
Not until we do some major retrofitting.
And this would at least give us some cash to.
Indeed. Jumpstart. Wait, hold on. Before I do that, did you previously mention that Jumpstart was from Akaton? I believe that you did because we went around asking where everyone was from.
Yeah, you asked where everybody was from.
Okay.
I did mention he was from Akaton.
You are from
She
Akaton.
was from Akaton.
Sorry. You are from Akaton, correct?
Yeah.
If we were able to make it to Akaton in our ship, would you know of any good local scrapping spots to possibly pull material from to help repair and upgrade our ship?
Yeah. I mean, my family owns a pretty decent repair shop.
Interesting. Then perhaps we take the private security job, and afterwards we consider going to Akaton to repair the ship, if we're able to reacquire.
Yeah.
Simply a thought.
Again, that is if the bucket
If.
will make it anywhere.
You may have to do some preemptive repairs before you head anywhere.
I am fairly handy with a wrench and plasma torch, and I believe is anyone else handy with such implements?
I mean, I'm not too bad with them.
Kenny,
Keep in
are
mind, you also
needed?
do have a hefty stock of UBPs right now.
Do I?
Yes, we got 14.95 out of the.
Thought I gave you, like-
1495. It was 1,500, but we
Yeah.
used 5 to repair my.
Yeah.
Okay,
station.
I didn't write that part down. Somebody else was writing down the
Yeah.
UBPs. Where did we get those from again? It's been a month, okay?
We
Yeah,
stole
the-
them from the dude's chest
store-
or something.
The storeroom, like the
Oh, yeah.
repair bay of an absolutely massive ship. That's their
Oh
we
yeah,
took
yeah, we
their
got 50.
entire stock. Of
That's
UBP
right. I
For
forgot.
a massive ship.
I forgot. Yes. All right. Yeah. No, we're good
But
on that.
basically, Terry has been carrying and has left it by his bunk, like in his locker, a decent sized chest of UBPs.
Which, funnily enough, is also basically cash. If
It
we
can
need
be
to-
used as cash, but it just depends on where you're not at. Not all people will just immediately accept it.
Yeah.
But
in a pinch.
yeah.
Awesome. Would you guys like to apply for the private security job?
Yeah, I'm down.
Very well. Yeah. I guess we'll fill out the paperwork to try and apply for it. I'm just gonna put Terry's name on there too.
He may not show up, but you can put his name. You can't put his name on
Okay.
because basically you select bracelet tap.
Got it.
So, did they say how many people they're wanting to for this?
They are looking for somewhere around 25 people.
Oh, okay. So they can apply later.
Yeah,
When they
they
get back.
they're
Okay.
looking for a large group. Just several different people applying.
Got it.
So, is this something like we just go in and we all apply separately, or can we just since we're in a group now, like a team? I don't know what it's called. Can we just everyone from the team, just one click, all of us apply?
There is a group apply button, but keep in mind the other two are not officially registered as your group.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we were going to group apply the three of us and then
Yeah.
let them know what we're doing and they can apply on their own.
Yeah.
And also sign their name on the dotted line for our group, but whatever. All right. Once that's set up, should we attempt
Up
to
to the
retrieve our
docks.
bucket?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Let's go retrieve our bucket.
All right. Heading over to the special designation X15 dock.
How long does it take us to get there?
Actually, it's almost an hour from where
Oh,
you're at right
well,
now.
we got a minute.
It's on like the other side of the station.
Jumpstart. You said your family is scrappers. Is that what you did growing up?
Well, I'm more of like collected things from Rex. Was more of what I did.
Is that not the
So,
same?
Well, they're not really scrappers. They own like a repair shop. Kind of.
Interesting.
I mean, it's junk world, so I mean,
You are part of a very large scrapper community that
Yeah.
kind of lives on the outskirts of one of the basically the junk piles, but you do some scrapping every now and again, and every now and again you do, would venture in, even if that's not your main gig. Because,
as much as you can repair stuff with junk, it's a repair shop.
Very interesting. So why did you become a Starfinder?
Well, because I wanted to explore. I wanted to see the stars.
Can you not steal them from the surface of Akaton?
It's a junk planet. Do you know how much dust is on that junk planet?
Ah, yes. I have been to Akaton. Usually there was too many explosions and gunshots to be considering looking at the sky.
It's just the worst.
I agree. Akaton is the worst. I got shot there.
Oh, that sucks.
Yes,
You get shot often.
occasionally.
I've never
Comes with the
been shot.
territory. Terry gets shot more than I do.
That's not true. That was a really stupid answer. I have been shot quite a few times, especially in the last couple of days.
Was that your first experience with getting shot?
Yeah, I believe so. It wasn't. Would not recommend.
No. I hear it's quite traumatizing for biologicals.
Yeah.
It is traumatizing even for non-biologicals, but I assume it must be even worse for biologicals. What about you, Kenny? Had you been shot before?
Kenny, you there?
Hey, be
Jason.
muted, Jason.
Jason.
Oh no, he's at stage 3 microphone.
I think we lost
Yeah,
him.
let me try refreshing here. Jason, can you hear me now?
Jason, you there? Somebody text him real quick and see what happened to him.
You texted him, Brian.
Yeah, working on it. All right, whatever. We'll just pretend I didn't ask that question then.
All right then.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Right. At this point, you start. Your train pulls into the station nearest the docking bay, and you see that message,
Yeah.
guys? All right.
Yeah.
And start heading out and heading towards docking bay X.
This is not the
Yeah.
same docking bay with the guy that we stole the data pad from, right?
No.
This is okay.
This is the special designation, like police military docking bay.
Right. Okay.
Well, docking wing.
That would be
There's
a
several
really
different
dumb
docking bays.
place to steal a data pad from.
Oh yeah, no, that would be a terrible place to try to steal a data pad from.
I rolled a natural 20 on stealing that data pad, so it wouldn't matter where it was at.
Even if they have tracking on it, it doesn't matter, right?
Hey, we didn't say keeping it was a bad idea. Stealing it would have been a good idea.
Sure. We'll just
Cool.
make sure.
I'll just present the request.
Who are you? See, it's like very kind of bored-looking guy. Looks like almost like military police or something at the gate.
I am 3-0. This is Jumpstart. That is Kinney. We are here for our ship. The Bucket.
I mean, that hunk of junk that's been impounded?
Yes.
It's not a hunk of junk. It's a work in progress.
No, I'm fairly sure it qualifies as junk at this point.
For what I understand, that wasn't really owned by anybody. It was just sort of used.
I'll just hand him the request.
He's gonna take it, look at it. Just a minute, I'll present this to my superior.
Quick!
Walks-
Steal from his station while he turns back. No, I'm kidding.
And a few minutes later, he walks back with a dwarf individual with brown hair and his beard braided into like 2 big braids.
Have we seen this guy before?
Hold
You
up.
have not.
I'm refreshing real quick. Please tell me you're not actually rolling for stealth, Kenny. We don't want to steal from this guy. That's a bad idea.
No, it was a joke roll. Pretty good joke roll, though.
Maybe it wasn't a joke.
Just,
All right, then.
oh, sorry.
So, Miss Sagawa wants me to give you a ship. That could be considered evidence.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. But
See, on one hand-
our evidence.
Your evidence for a police investigation.
No, I believe that was a joke. I am not good at humor, but I believe.
Either way, I could give it to you and not get in trouble because of this. But at the same time, that also takes away from my investigation. Convince me.
I mean, what are you investigating about that ship?
I don't know. We do know it came off of a ship that stole a massive artifact that belonged to the leaders of the station, and
Actually, I have a lead. I would be willing to trade.
And
Or
what
at
would that
very
be?
least, information.
what would that be?
Oh, regarding the mysterious signal that seems to be popping up around your station. What it does, what it's for, what it's capable of. It is connected.
Well, actually, though we would still like information on that signal, since the station has left, the signals have completely stopped.
Further analysis may tell you where they originated, as well as in combination with other pieces of information that I have that go along with it.
All right, tell me what you've got.
Will you give us the ship? If I do.
I'm not going to make any promises yet. Wouldn't want to, make promises if you're just going to give me crappy information. Tell me what you got, and I might see what I can do.
I'm gonna, crouch down to between the mites and be like, I am terrible at reading people. Is he going to scam us and simply take our information and walk away?
I mean, my experience with the government or these organizations,
The government.
there's a good chance that that's going to happen.
It's a dwarf. We can't trust him.
And Jumpstart, you have very little experience with the government because
He
on
doesn't
Akaton,
know that. He
yeah,
doesn't.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying.
You
Akaton
guys are just
has
being jerks now, ain't you?
No, but I've
Akaton-
definitely heard stories about how you don't
because
trust.
in Akaton, there's technically a government.
Okay, Jacob,
But-
think of it this way. You have, the rednecks, aka most of our family, that have never really dealt with the government at all. You know who they hate the most?
True.
Okay, well, from what
Please
I've
try
heard,
to
Akaton is
read
basically
his body
space
language.
Tatooine, and if that's the case, the government sucks. So,
I'm asking you to read his body language and
All right.
tell me,
I will sense motives.
Yep. Seems good.
12. Yeah, he's probably pretty. Yeah, he's definitely telling the truth.
I mean, he seems pretty upstanding.
Why would the government want to?
Very well. I will trust the biologicals to read biologicals, and I will stand back up and say, pretend to breathe, because I don't breathe. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's an affectation to make him more comfortable, you know? The signal is, and I'm just going to detail it, you know, it's a control signal that goes to a control nodule that have been placed on all of the spine, or the core processing units of all of these. They did this, that, the other, they fried.
Well, all right then. Suppose that'll be good enough. But in exchange, I also want any more, information related to this that you might have, and I'll go ahead and let you take the ship. We got a deal.
Any more information that I might have?
No,
Very
any
well.
more information you might come up with on this.
As long as it is not protected by any sort of official secrecy that we will get in trouble for violating.
Fair enough. Take these rats to that bucket. And actually, as he says that, he doesn't really notice, and then he kind of looks down at both of the Yosoki and is like, just kind of gets this look like, poor choice of words. Like he said it, not thinking about there was two Yosoki standing there, and just like look down like, oh, whoops.
That's why you never use the N-word. You never know who's standing behind you.
okay, cave dweller, see ya.
They are all biologicals to me, and I just walk.
All right, so you do get led to the ship, and he's about there. Right, you can have the ship, but you can't leave it here. Get it out of the dock.
Does it start?
Well, you can certainly try. Which at this point, I will go ahead and move you guys
Pilot?
back to the bucket.
Oh, I'm checking our storage room and making sure our weapons are still there.
Oh, you should be on the bucket screen right now, so.
Yeah, no, I'm checking the storage room and making sure our weapons are still there.
All right. It does. They do appear to be? Excuse me. Still appear to be there.
Hey, I'm gonna take another glance at that shotgun pistol. Do you have the name or stats or something for it?
1 sec. Copyright page here. You guys want to keep, start trying to look around the ship and start doing repairs and stuff, or well, first you need to get it out of here.
Yeah, no, we need to take it to another docking bay, and there is a Starfinder docking bay, correct?
Yes.
And there is a radio on board, correct?
Yeah. Although, as a bronze rank, you don't necessarily get free docking, but you do get discounted docking. I mean, it's copper. Darn it. See what you started, Bryant?
Very well.
What?
So we'll
We're
try
platinum?
to move this to the docks for the Starfinders.
All right. It is the Bravado hand cannon.
Sweet, I'm gonna look that up.
And it's not going to be in the compendium because it is a armory book.
Yeah, I'm just Googling it.
All right. Except the difference is it has one more shell than normal to be loaded
Okay.
up. Yeah. 1d8 damage, knockdown.
Oh, D8 of damage. That's equal to my... Cool. Alright, so you're gonna try and start the ship and get us out of here?
Jumpstart. You're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how long I've been muted for.
Well, we haven't heard from you in a solid minute or two, so I haven't heard from you since you came into the ship. So
About like an hour.
Heard. No. Yeah, I'm going to start the ship.
Nah, it's unwieldy. I don't like it.
Where's the weapons?
right, they're just kind of tossed down in one of the
Like
side
in this
rooms.
building right here,
Oh.
this room right there, I think.
No, I mean, does this ship have a weapon system
Yeah.
or engineering?
The
Weapons is there, and
weapons-
engineering is in the back,
yeah,
right?
that's the weapons console. The engineering is this whole room back here.
Ah,
Sweet. I'm gonna go to the science officer chair over here.
All right, so you're gonna sit in the weapons
Yep.
chair. All right.
Navigation and stuff is like the communication stuff is probably here, huh? I mean,
That would be communications. Yes.
okay, never mind. I'll set it comms because that's more important than science right now. We need to actually get clearance to land.
Yeah.
Gonna try starting her up.
Give me a piloting check.
Ha. 22.
You do get her started up, and you also end up smoking out all of the police officers on this deck again as you start this thing up.
He deserved it.
deserves
This is
it.
why you don't call us rats.
That's why you don't try to barter with me to get my ship back.
Well, it's not really technically your ship. You kind of
It is now.
Well, I mean, it is now, but before it
We
was.
have official paperwork stating it is our ship, and there's none stating it's not.
That's
So-
right. And it was. That doesn't matter that it's literally just a piece of paper that is scrawled. That is our ship, spelled with an R. That's backwards.
Yeah.
I
so-
was thinking about mooning the dwarf, but this works too.
All right. I guess we fly to the Starfinder one, and I'll hail him on the radio and try to arrange our docking.
all right.
I imagine there's at least one minor atmosphere leak somewhere on this thing.
Probably at least a small one,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing too major.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. You guys start swinging around to the other side of the ship, and you can go ahead and hail the Starfinder docking bay if you'd like.
What is their docking bay number?
Darn it, what would I say? It is docking bay. Was it Charlie? I think I said it was.
Okay.
It was.
Docking Bay Charlie. Docking Bay Charlie. This is the bucket. Requesting permission to dock. Over.
Wait, no. Let me read. No, it's Echo. Sorry.
Echo. Well, then never mind. Docking Bay Echo. Docking Bay Echo. This is the bucket, piloted by. What was that rank? Copper?
Yeah, Copper.
Starfinder Copper Squad Chimera. Requesting permission to dock.
Bronze.
No, Copper. Bryant said it wrong and it messed me up, and I kept saying it wrong as well. Yeah.
Over.
Starfinder Team Chimera, please proceed to dock. Docking bay number 7. Delta 7. We'll be guiding you in and opening up a space for you. How long do you plan to stay in this docking bay?
I'm waiting.
Over.
Docking Bay Delta. This is EO of the bucket. It is unknown at this time how long we plan to stay docked. Extensive repairs must be made. We will follow your directions. Over.
Starfinder Team Chimera, please advise reroute to Bay 10 for repair bay. Reroute to Bay 10. Over.
Reroute to Bay 10. Heard. Acknowledged. Roger. Bucket out.
All right. So now you are rerouting to Delta 10. So, you are able to land, even though it's a bit of a rough landing, belching a little bit of smoke, but not quite as bad as on takeoff.
You had to clear out the pipes first. Directly at the dwarf.
So,
I feel like he did that on purpose. He rolled some coal there in that diesel.
Sorry.
you are landed, cleared, and now you just need to go, register and, fill out your paperwork, pay your small fee.
Yay, more paperwork.
Yeah.
Question, when do we need to report for a private security job?
It starts tomorrow night, so
Okay.
you'll be reporting either
Tomorrow morning.
tomorrow morning or between the morning and noon.
Cool. Yeah, let's get this bad boy registered. What's the fee?
It is a total for, especially with your discount, like 20 copper. I mean, not copper, credits.
20
Darn
credits.
it. I'm getting all mixed up today.
It's pretty much all the credits I have.
I got it.
Okay.
I mean, I figured everybody would probably pitch
Yeah, I was
in
gonna say,
towards
do you
it.
want to split it? Like, I don't know what, like 8 credits, 9 credits a piece, and then like there's like 2 credits left over. You want to do 9 credits a piece, and then you can take the last 2 of them since you're Richie McRicherson.
I am Richie McRicherson. Also, that 150 or whatever you said was split between each of us. So we each got like 30 or whatever.
Yeah,
Was that what you had on you?
yeah, that's what I had. From
Okay,
the-
no. Then I'm just gonna take it out of what I had on me that we found from the ship, which was like 100 total credits. So I'll just
Okay,
take
so you're just gonna take it out of that to pay. Okay, works for me. Sweet. Sweet. We pay our fee. I don't know. Kenny, would you like to assist or lead, either way, in the assessment of this ship?
Sure.
Cool. Me and Kenny will get down to work at least. Jumpstart, would you like to join since you are our pilot?
Yeah.
Sweet. We're just going to start assessing the ship.
So
All right, give me a engineering check to try to find any issues. One of
Okay.
you, others can assist if you would like.
Actually, can I look over the computer system?
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
Which-
Hardware, software, both.
That's it. Just go ahead and do both for now. Which you can take time if you would like to do this.
Yeah, I'll take 20 if I can.
Sure. I mean, it's gonna,
Yeah, me
like I
too.
said, it's going to take a while to go moving from one thing to the next, but
Yeah, no, I'm going to do a full hardware, software of all of our integrated computer systems. If I take 20, that gives me 32.
all right, that'll be enough. Taking 20 is, in perspective of what would normally take like a single action. So it's going to be it's scaled up. Just
Yeah.
what would
It
be an
takes
action.
most of the rest of our day, basically.
Yeah, to
if we
start
take
working on
20.
all this.
Okay.
Yeah. Which each of you can work on separate things, so it'll take quite a while. But
Yeah,
For
so if we
you-
want to take the rest of the day, he could do the engineering department stuff and take 20 on it and stuff like that, you're saying?
yeah, which
Okay.
initially I was just going to have you do a once over to find what's done, but you already started taking a look at specifically the computerized.
Yeah.
So you do notice that your sensors are glitched.
Cool. I have to look up these status effects and figure out how to fix them. 'Cause I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, cool. There's some glitch sensors. Anything else in the computer system?
The computer systems themselves don't seem to have that much an issue. There's some wiring that might need to be rerun just because it's not in great shape or stuff like that. But
Cable management.
yeah, cable management, a little bit of that.
Cool. No big
Kind
deal.
of a little bit of personalization too on how you have your interface
Yeah.
set up possibly, but
For sure.
that's mostly it. You can attempt to fix the glitch systems.
Yeah, I'll start working on that, but, let them know what they find too.
All right, who's working on what next?
I just kind of did that general engineering check. I wasn't sure what.
General
guess looking
engineering,
over the-
24. On top of he was already taking a look at the sensors, but it looks like both the engines and the power core are both glitched.
I guess I
As
could.
well as, let me see here, your hull does have some basic damage to it. There is some damage to the hull of, let's say, 5 hit points of hull damage to the ship.
I guess I could take a look at the power.
Actually, once we kind of get some of the assessment done, I'd like to get everyone together, compare notes, and try to go do a cost assessment for
Okay.
repair.
That
Before we
sounds good.
start actually turning and burning on work.
Mhm.
We'll just do a general cost assessment, like
And,
what are we going to
Right?
need?
Did you already pull up like repair stuff? Because
No, I haven't. I was taking notes on what all's glitched and like broken and stuff like that.
All right. So, yeah, you guys can have your little meeting if you'd like while I'm looking this up.
In the computers, I found that our sensors are glitched.
That doesn't sound good.
No. Not unless you like running into things in space.
What did you find, Kenny?
Found issues with some hull damage. I'm already going blank on the other two items.
Power core and engine were both glitched.
Yeah. And the power core and engines.
Okay.
Very well. Looks like we have our work cut out for us. Given the information that we now know, it would cost roughly
A lot of dollars.
a lot of UBPs. Basically. I mean, I'm sure 1,500 will at least put a dent in it.
Basically, we're broke.
Let me see here. I'm trying to look up the repairing damage stuff in the Starship section. I thought I had it, but I was incorrect.
Starship damage and repair.
doing-
Rules are option rules you can use to make Starship combat. Ship repair. All right. All right. If the crew is on its own. All right. So you can repair the ship's hull. Doing so costs 10 UBPs per unit of damage to be repaired and requires 5 hours of work, regardless of the number of points repaired. Okay, and we need to succeed an engineering check that is DC equal to 15 plus 1.5 times the starship's tier.
All right, do you have a page number on that? Or are you just in the compendium?
It's Starship Combat in the SRD. Hold on, let me click this. Because I found, I'm pulling up a quote off of a forum, basically. Right now. As far as glitching systems, I'm not sure about that.
I know I've seen it before.
Dang, DM, you're supposed to be ready. What happened?
Yeah, well, it's a new system.
Yeah, I know. I'm teasing you. Play and go. Calm down. Let's see. Magic spells. Starships.
The glitch system isn't operating at peak frequency. Hold together action. Storing shields and repairing damage. Members can repair damage done to the starship provided that it has been destroyed. All right. You can remove critical damage from systems by taking 10 minutes and succeeding on an engineering check. The DC depends on the severity of the damage. All right, so for glitch systems, you have to succeed a check. I have the checks, the DCs and stuff right here for an engineering check.
Okay, cool. Engineering, regardless of what system it is.
Yes.
And
Okay.
what all systems were? The sensors, the power core, and
The engine.
Yeah.
And then we have 5 whole points worth of damage, which one of us could work on repairing.
Baseline is 10 minutes,
Okay.
so taking 20 would be a lot longer than that.
Yeah, how long would that be? Like a couple hours?
A few hours at least, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about taking 10?
All right, so
Well, let me rephrase this. If I try it, and I don't natural one it, does it fry the system, or is it I have to try again later and spend more time to do it?
Yeah, you'll have to spend more time.
Okay, cool. That's not a problem. And then an engineering check to do.
Although
on the
it
outside.
will most likely increase DC.
Okay.
Although you may not fry it, but you also might bring it up to the next level of disrepair.
Correct. So baseline is 10 minutes.
Yeah, baseline is 10 minutes.
okay, so Do you want to do the sensors then? I'll work on the power core, and Kenny can do the engine.
You got
Sounds
good
good.
engineering?
I'm good at engineering.
Sweet, let's do it.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right,
Sensors.
give me your engineering rolls.
And how I phrase that in character is, do you know your way around a plasma torch?
Buddy, I've been using a plasma torch since like not as long as you apparently.
The rats are insane.
I'm
Actually-
only 4 years old.
Yeah, you actually are older than him.
Yeah, by a lot. I'm only like 4.
No.
I just got that,
Oh,
mechanical.
Actually, no, you just rolled higher than me. No, I've been using a plasma torch since before you were even born.
Not difficult.
Yeah.
All right,
so
just need Kenny's then. Oh, he already did it. Nice.
Yeah,
Yep.
19, 19, 27.
you are all able to repair your respective devices after a while, leaving you with non-glitching power core sensors and engines in normal condition, but you still do have hull point damage.
Yeah, we got like 5 HP worth. And they said it was, what, 10 UBPs per HP point
Let me flip
to
back
fix
to
it?
one page I was on just before.
Because I have in my pocket. And it takes 5 hours regardless. I'd have to go steal from Big Boy to have enough. So, and I don't want to spend 5 hours doing it partially now and then 5 hours to do it later if we're not even flying anywhere today.
I just had it a minute ago. Darn it. You can repairing damage to the hull lost. You must stop the ship completely and go. The crew and repair. Doing so costs 10 UBP per hull point of
Yeah.
damage and takes 5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. 5 hours, regardless of how much damage it is, which means
Yeah.
I want to do it all at once instead of spending 5 hours to do it partially and then another 5 to do it partially later.
Yeah.
Very well. It's
Which
probably
is-
getting pretty late at this point, right?
It would
We
take
spent-
50 UBPs
Which
to
we
repair your hull. Yeah.
It's probably getting pretty late at this point. We spent quite a while doing all of this.
Yeah, it is getting pretty late into the evening at this point.
Very well. Question. I'm going to turn to the other two. These firearms that we have in our cargo bay, is anyone planning on using the hunting rifles?
I don't think so.
Would you be opposed to selling them to Sal?
I'm fine with that.
Very well. Before we do that, are there scopes on these things?
No.
Dang it. Okay. I was gonna strip one and throw it on my rifle. All right. Yeah, let's take our hunting rifles and let's go visit Big Sal.
It is getting late into the evening, but you assume Big Sal will probably still be open.
Probably open 24/7. That's a killer sandwich. Be a shame if she wasn't.
Yeah. So it takes a little while to get down to the lower segments, and at this point, you're moving into the lower segments, the slums, essentially at night. So you might want to watch your back.
Oh, I'm also taking.
Oh, we are also each carrying lots of weapons.
I'm also going to take the azimuth laser pistol and static arc pistol that I found.
Okay. So we had what? 3 hunting rifles, an azimuth laser pistol. We had 2 azimuths because I have 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than, I just kept track of everything that I found
Okay.
on myself. I think everyone kept track of everything else they found.
Yeah,
and
we found 3
Kenny
hunting.
found, or Terry found like all the rifles. So I have
Yeah.
no idea how many there are.
Do you have that written down, Kenny? Because I think I wrote it down as 3.
I wasn't here when y'all found the rifles.
No, I think
Oh,
it was
no,
Terry who found the
Terry
rifles.
found it. I'm pretty sure we found 3. But, you know, we can pretend
there
like
was,
we
there
did.
was
And
2
then
hunting rifles.
2 hunting rifles. Okay. 2 hunting rifles, 2 laser pistols,
And then the static arc pistol.
and the static arc pistol. Cool. And I kept a laser pistol. You kept a laser pistol.
Yep. And then you took the survival knife, right?
The laser knife, yeah.
No, I did not take the laser knife. I kept my baton.
You said a static arc.
Yes.
So we're trying to sell probably the knife and the 2 hunting
Yeah.
rifles.
So I have a basic survival knife, the azimuth laser pistol, and the static arc rifle or arc pistol that I'm taking with me.
Oh.
Okay, cool. So what's up for sale will be that I'll hold on to the shotgun pistol for now in case Terry wants it.
Oh,
But
the
I'm-
bravado hand cannon.
Yeah,
thing.
I'm not interested in it personally because it's unwieldy, and I just don't like unwieldy weapons at this
Remind me what unwieldy does again?
point. You can't make opportunity attacks. You can't make full actions, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see if Big Boy wants it since he's a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
But we'll hold on to it for now. And then yeah, we'll make our way to Big Sal's with a couple of hunting rifles and a knife for sale.
All right.
But you got to protect those sandwiches, okay?
Right, you get down and you do actually make it to Sal's.
Hey, we didn't get robbed, and they didn't
Didn't
try
get
to
robbed.
rob us. Let's be fair.
you-
Somebody jumps out of the shadows. Who's
They
the one
go
really
and die.
Although you did feel like there might have been a few people, like, you know, trailing along beside you and keeping an eye on you, but
Yeah, they can certainly try. All right, yeah, let's go into Big Sal's.
you get there and you walk in just as you see Big Sal starting to get up and looks like she's heading up to shut off the sign.
Hello. We are back
What-
for some sandwiches.
We're closing up the main shop. Time
And
to get
also-
to real business.
We thought you might use some firearms.
Firearms, huh?
Couple of rifles
Couple of pistols.
and a laser knife.
Come in the back.
May we have a sandwich?
Come in. Did you say last time that you can't even taste anything?
It had a delightful texture.
Just hurry up and move.
Okay.
So leads you into the back, kind of sits at her table. See, at this point, whereas last time there was nobody there, looks like there's a couple of people that have come into this back room and are kind of waiting to hear from her. Possibly her lieutenants, you know, people that work directly under her.
Hmm.
Got actually a goblin and a human standing there.
Hello. Are you here for the sandwiches as well?
Yeah. The sandwiches. So that's the goblin.
Perfect.
So they all just are just eyeing you at this point.
Yeah.
Big Sal sits down. So what's this about weapons? I'm always in the market for some good new weapons, but what do you got?
Dunk.
Kind of looks around at him, just kind of picks him up, opens the lever on a couple of the rifles. So, my question is, you could sell these at any gun shop. May even get a decent price for them. At least equal to what I'll give you. At least. They're nothing special. So why come to Big Sal?
Anybody else going to speak up, or y'all want me to talk?
Guys, you got great food.
That is a fair point. Also, it helps to have friendly faces in dark corners.
Kind of looks over at you. Well, I can't disagree. Give you 100 a pop for the rifles and
Of course, my
20
face doesn't show anything, but yeah, that okay.
And yeah, 20 credits for the knife. Now the 15 credits for the knife.
What about the arc pistol and azimuth?
You
I thought you were keeping those.
No, I was bringing those with me.
Oh, to
sell.
sell.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, just so you know, the arc pistol is a level 2 weapon. Like
Okay,
it's
I'm not taking the arc pistol.
Yeah, we're taking the azimuth laser pistol to
Yes.
sell.
All right. Give you 90 credits for it.
So we're at what, 290 minus the knife?
Yeah, not including the knife.
Like 305 with the knife.
Actually, I'm gonna again squat down to the mousy level and go. Perhaps we simply give her the knife as a token of friendship, along with this purchase.
Sure, if you
Any
want.
opposed?
Okay.
Is the chimera in agreement?
Yeah.
Very well.
Also, real quick, can I like? I know insight's not a thing, but like, insight to see if that's a fair price.
You can sense motive.
Okay, so that's what that would be.
Yeah.
I mean, I've bought weapons before. Is that a fair price?
I mean, they're used weapons. They're
Yeah.
a little bit rough shape. It's not what you'd like pay for them buying them new.
Well, yeah,
Right.
that's obviously.
But I mean, they're falling somewhere in the range of close
Okay.
to like half price.
Are we selling that arc pistol?
No.
Okay, because I was going to say I could use that because most of my weapons are stun or non-lethal.
So with an 18, he gets that she's straight shooting, basically.
Yeah.
Just double
Okay.
checking. You know, you always
Yeah,
get.
you never know. You never know. Can I sense motive of the two lieutenants she has there? Are they plotting on us? They planning on stabbing us in the back as we leave for our credits?
You can certainly try.
Sweet. You know how great my sense motive is.
Oh yeah. And on top of
Zero.
that, you're not
Oh,
sure
do
if
we?
they, you don't know if they have motives. You don't think they do.
Are they people? I don't know.
No, because if they were robots, they'd be easier to read.
Yeah. But you're not sure they even have any motives. They might
Yeah.
just
Okay.
be
Cool.
there.
That's fine.
And after that, so I told you next time you came back, I wanted some information on where your investigation went.
Oh yes. Also, we accept your gracious offer for the weapons. However, we will not sell the knife. It is a gift.
Much appreciated. Yeah, she
For
just kind
spreading
of
mayonnaise and cutting cold cuts, I'm sure.
she looks at the laser edge on it. Cold cuts may not be the best.
For
You said
toasting
it.
bread while slicing.
She just kind of tosses it back down on the table.
Screw it, I'll tell her. I don't care. Tell her what we found.
Tell her then.
Well, where to begin? Firstly, we infiltrated the tug ship and found it infested with very hostile androids. We killed them. They tried to kill us. We escaped. We found out later that the signal was in fact a control signal, linked to a specific control module grafted to their spinal columns and central control modules. It could control them.
So you're saying you killed the ones that killed them directly, but whoever's really responsible for it's still out there.
Yes.
All right then. Tell me if you got anything else. I'd still like to make sure everybody involved is dead. Me and that man had a good relationship. We worked well together.
We hope that we may have a good relationship as well.
Yeah.
Did we already
Although-
mention to her about the corporation that was like switching out the dock workers or the tug ship workers for androids?
Oh, yes, the corporation itself was switching out dock workers for androids. The ones that shot at us.
Diaspora mining interests. That was
Yes, them. Thank you, Jumpstart. You are so helpful.
Diaspora, they're not really big time. But, although if I do remember, they actually do have a large population of androids. One of those that not a ton of people are, super racist about. They'll take who they can get, and because of that, a lot of androids tend to work with them, even though they're not the biggest company out there.
Makes sense.
But they do specialize in tugging, so
Oh, yes?
you wouldn't even. Okay, keep in mind the way you are. Would you?
Yep, nope,
think-
I got that. Didn't. Yeah, nope, yeah, no, I got that.
Being that there's only a handful of tug ships out there, they got their hands on one. It's kind of how they make their profit. Well, did. From what I understand, that tug ship is no longer in their possession.
That is correct.
So.
They no longer have their hands in the tugging industry.
So, looks to me like they might be going under soon. But,
Thank you for your information.
all right then. Well, if that's it. Get out of here. Got other business to attend to.
Very well. Do not be alarmed if you hear gunshots. There were people following us. And by people, I mean mostly homeless individuals.
Hey, Mika. And the goblin looks up. Yeah? Go tell the boys to leave these guys alone. Let them get out of here. As the goblin just hops out and runs out in front of you.
Cool. We don't get ambushed on the way back. At least not by her people, which means I don't feel bad about killing them.
Yeah. Well, you would assume that, at the very least, they'll keep an eye. That's like, don't mess with them. Keep an eye, make sure, like, nobody's stupid enough to jump them because, they're ours.
Okay,
Sort
cool.
of thing. So you do make it out. It's very late at this point. Getting
Yeah.
back. A lot of people you notice are already asleep when you get back to the barracks. And you can.
Including Big Boy and Funny Girl?
Yes.
Nice.
They're actually sleeping on their bunks there, so.
Perfect. They didn't get jumped.
And with that, why don't we, Jason is going to be leaving here soon.
Nope.
And why don't we actually just go ahead and close up just a touch early tonight?
Yep.
And
I
we'll-
actually don't have to go.
Oh, you don't?
Oh.
Oh, no, she's actually driving herself to work tonight.
Hey.
All right then.
You got that license,
I
huh?
have to head out.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Say what?
That was me that messaged you. I have to head out.
Oh, that was you. I just saw
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
And I figured it was. All right. Well, in that case, since,
The person who's actually operating the stream must leave.
yes. So that means we're definitely going to have to
Yep.
hop off. So, everybody, thanks for joining us. Hopefully come back and see us next week and to continue the story. And, until next time, the void awaits.